All right, good morning, everybody. Give me a moment. I'll get started in a minute or so. All right, everybody, what's happening? So, good morning. Let's see what's moving in the pre-market right now. Let's first take a look at the futures chart up here. You'll see the futures still kind of rising in this channel. And you can see today is some of this indecision right over in here. The indecision is right below resistance area. What's up, Edward? So if it can't break above that 28, 26-ish area, it may form a star pattern and pull back. So we got to watch and see what happens. Maybe this will turn into a cup and handle or maybe double top failure. Got to watch and see. It's right in the middle of that rising channel. So got to see if it can get above that, kind of that 28 or 28, 26-ish level right there. Let me actually move the line to up here. So it needs to get above that 28, 26. Otherwise, it might be pulling back. Or, again, just got to watch and see. You can see, you know, kind of buyers coming in here, rejects off here, kind of trades kind of sideways up here. It pulls back down. Now you can connect the base levels for angular support. You can connect angular resistance. And that's how you form these channels. If you guys are new, obviously we teach all this stuff every day in our trade rooms and in our courses on our website. So, you know, we do lots of teaching on support and resistance and trend lines. That's the name of the game. You got to find these trend lines, and then you got to look and locate these patterns, and then obviously find out and see, you know, which stocks, you know, are moving, and then look for these patterns to potentially break out or break down. It's all about support, resistance, and patterns. Super important. So, again, if you haven't been to our website over at bullishbears.com, we do post the morning gappers right over here, Trade Ideas Daily Gappers, and that's what I'm going to go over. I'm going to pull up a few that are running this morning. So we update this every morning by 9 a.m. So you could just check out this website or our website over here, and you'll see us again post it right under scanners, Trade Ideas, Gappers, and these are the ones that we're looking for that are looking, you know, that are gapping up pre-market for potential moves up at market open. So let's take a look at AKTX. This one's got a lot of volume going right now. You'll see this is one that we had on our watch list last night. You can see huge volume day yesterday. Now want to see or keep an eye if this can have a potential continuation day today. So you'll see it's gapping up pre-market, and now it went up to about 961. So again, super overextended. You know, you want to see, obviously, if it can get above that $10 marker, that's going to be another psychological resistance area, those whole and half dollar amounts. So at this point, you can see 961 pre-market high. You want to see it get above that and then above $10 ideally. And then, you know, you can kind of draw your lines like this, kind of, you know, see if it kind of forms this down channel, if it's going to fail this lower channel, or if it's going to go and be able to break out. So it's kind of a flaggish to some degree, but you want to see it get back above those moving average lines and ideally break out. Again, very overextended at the moment. Got to watch and see what happens at open. But if you're bullish on this, you want to see it, you know, break out of this channel and get above that 961 and that $10 area. All right, so AKTX, something that we're going to look at. Next up, we are going to look at ATOS right over here. So ATOS is another one that is gapping up on news. So you can see pre-market high is this 631 level, and you can see that kind of puts you back right over here. So this one's got some room to run if it can continue above 631. Again, history, all these stocks, remember, most of all these stocks are pretty much garbage. You're just trading the momentum on these, so don't look at it and be like, oh, let me ride this and swing trade it. You know, this is gonna, again, very volatile stocks. You're looking to scalp your 10, your 15, 20 cents, get in, get out, right? So, you know, again, when you see a chart like this, if you're new, it's, you know, it's gapping up from $1.50 up to 630. This thing could, I mean, it's gotten up to $18 before it went back down to 80 cents. So again, when you're looking at these momentum stocks, remember, you're trading the momentum. You're scalping 10, 15, 20 cents. You're not trying to make $5 and $10 a shot at a time. You know, that's, you get lucky if you're doing that, but it's very risky. So at this point, you can see ATOS gapping up on news, pulling back. So it's got to contend with this bigger upper wick right now. So you got to be careful here, but kind of watch and see. You know, you can kind of connect these lines. It's kind of sloping downwards right now. So it's kind of a sloping down, not really a symmetrical triangle, maybe a pennant. I'd look for it to see if it can get out of that, you know, kind of stay in this triangle and get out of that $5 range, that whole dollar amount, kind of start to move up in this area, break out above $5. Again, that's got to contend with this huge upper wick here. But again, this thing's either going to dump down or it's going to break out. So it's one definitely keep on watch. But remember, the market is in decision mode right now. So what's gapping up right now, you know, if the market starts selling off at open, these might start to fail. So again, that's where you want to be careful when you're trading. You know, you want to trade with the market. So if you're bullish on a stock, you ideally want the market to be bullish or running bullish that day. Sometimes these will pop up for a few minutes and then before they dump. So, you know, there's, you know, when a day is a good bullish day, it's easier to ride the momentum. On other days, you'll see these patterns fail a lot quicker. And very simply, those are the days that if you don't see a good setup, you don't trade it. Just because something is gapping up does not mean you take a trade. You got to watch and see these patterns at open. Pre-market just gives you a guide, right? It's giving you the pre-market support and resistance and, you know, also with the daily charts. But you got to see the patterns at open as well. Very important. Tesla, let me see if I can get to that one towards the end of this call. Let me look at a couple more and then I'll do my best to get that for you. So, again, showing some weakness right now out of this kind of slanting down triangle. So we've got to keep an eye on it. HJLI, that's another one that's gapping up. I don't see any news, but you'll see it gapped up to 325 pre-market. If it can stay above that 325 area, this one's definitely got some room to run. Pattern's a little bit better. Still got to contend with that upper wick, but you can see, you know, want to see it stay above these moving average lines and then ideally get above that 325 area. If it can't get above 325, then be careful of a double top that forms. So again, want to see it get above that 325. So these pre-market highs, you ideally want to see these stocks that open get above and hold above those pre-market highs to continue upwards. Sometimes you can scalp on the way up, but these pre-market highs are very important that you want price to break above. All right. Good morning. Thanks for another live stream. Do you have any pointers for when to exit a trade? I've been struggling with that a bit. Thank you for your time. Yes. Well, first of all, you want to sell before resistance levels. Take our courses on our website. We have lots of free courses you can see over here on bullishbears.com. Just go right over here and you'll see you can start your free membership over here. You'll get a free login and password. Just log in up here. You'll see education. Go right under free courses, and we have a whole bunch of free courses to really help you. That should keep you busy. There's not really an easy answer. So if you're looking to exit a trade, you really need to know more about support and resistance, and that's stuff that we teach you in our free courses. I wish there was a simpler answer, but it's not that simple. It takes some time and studying, but we put lots of content out there to help you out. All right, so yeah, those are. I'm looking at AKTX, ATOS, HJLI, and one from the watch list that might be intriguing that's not hitting trade ideas yet is CNAT, CNAT. This one kind of has an ascending triangle forming. If it can get above that 302, keep an eye on this one because this one's in the gap. This has some room to go up and fill that potential gap right around that 448. Just be aware of resistance in this gap around 371 at that 200 SMA. So this one, if it can get above $3, this might be a sleeper one to keep an eye on. If it can get above $3 and hold, then watch that, kind of that 200 SMA. You can see it's starting to creep up pre-market. These are the ones from our watch list that are sleepers. You can see there's not a ton of volume right now, 48,000. This might fall under the radar when everybody's looking at the ones that have 4 and 5 million and stuff like that. These are ones that are sleepers that you might be able to scalp before anybody catches them. Let me try to take a look at Tesla real quick before we end the stream. Again, Tesla is just just a highly kind of basically traded stock. Looking at patterns, it's just a yo-yo of a stock. So like it's hard to swing trade something like this, but if you're looking, to day trade, you can see it's just all over the place. Right now you want to see it get above that 292.87, which is that 20 EMA. Let me take a look at the hourly. This one kind of has a cup and handle. So kind of a cup and handle above the moving average lines. This might have a pop today. This is a stock that's just highly traded. This is not one where you're like, hey, let me swing trade this, because it's just all over the place. You have to be, unless you get a really good entry on it. I'm just trying to find one over here. It's just again, very day traded stock. Zach, we don't do buys and entries. We teach support and resistance. We're not financial advisors of telling you when to buy and when to sell. Again, you have to be very careful. We always teach in our community, paper trade first before you buy real shares. We know that everybody wants to make money. Everybody wants to make money quick, but always practice in a virtual account first. What stock are you referring to real quick so I can see? What stock are you referring to, Zach, so I can see which one you're talking about? I can see real quick. Oh, AKTX. So yeah, AKTX, that's this one right here. So what you can see is this one's gapped up. You want to see, above this 590. I mean, obviously, who doesn't want it to go up here, but you have no clue if it's going to pump up or if this thing's going to dump at open. You can see this this falling channel. Ideally, if you're bullish, you want to see it break out of this channel and continue up, but this could easily fail this channel and fall. So you got to watch it open. You got to see what this thing's going to do at open. This thing can completely dump or it can break out. So we have to watch and see. If you're bullish, you want to see it get above that 961. You can see some support right in these areas right here. That's $7, that's $6.10, also kind of that 780-ish area. If it starts to fail these areas, I'd be concerned. Again, you got to watch. We got to watch that open and see what happens. All right, guys, so AKTX, ATOS, HJLI, and CNAT is the sleeper. If you're not a member yet of our community, you can come join over here. If you want to try us out for free, we have our free courses. You can start your free membership here, log in over here, take our free courses right over here. And then, again, we have a day trade room, swing trade room, futures room. We do live streaming every day. Creed is streaming right now. We post our trade ideas gappers over here each day. And that's what we got for you. We also do trade alerts and watch lists every day as well here. So check these links before 9 p.m. each night. All right, you guys have a wonderful rest of your day. You have, that's what I just said, a wonderful rest. Have a wonderful rest of your day, and I'll catch you all later. Enjoy.